Buy local is one option to keep our businesses open. Buying local means, look, between the farmer's market and maybe going to some of the big boxes, go a little bit more to the farmer's market. We've got to keep our local entrepreneurial endeavors alive and well. And quite frankly, you know, all the mom and pops that are here, they are the majority of our businesses. We have no more big five. We have no more super businesses that used to be the Dillinghams and the American Factors, etc. So it's the small guys. And when we talk about business, remember in Hawaii, it's not the imagery of the past. It's now the small guys, the one like the Haleiwa supermarket that just closed this last weekend, the Wisterias and all those mom and poppers that have given their lifeblood, if you will, to keep the economy moving, keeping liquidity, keeping the cash moving through the Hawaii economy. So keeping businesses open is very key. Keeping workers working is very key. So those are the guidelines for a soft landing, including point number 3. No new taxes, no new fees. This is for the business community. You know, a lot of my colleagues are talking about, you know, well, if we raise the GT tax just 1%, we can get $600 million. 1% equals $600 million. Do you want your GT tax raised? It's a simple solution, but it's not what, in hard economic times, when the economy is tight, you don't increase the burden on your businesses. And likely, as it says in point 3, no new increases of taxes and fees, and on families. When a family is hurting, getting food, shelter, education, and all the necessity of just living day to day, putting higher income taxes, which is another proposal some of my colleagues are talking about. Let's kick everybody up a tax bracket. Let's make them pay more taxes. Let's make them throw in a little bit more. Sound economics says no new taxes, no new fees in hard economic times. And I hope the legislature will stand pat on that, because it doesn't make good economic sense. It may in the short run balance a budget. You know, we're 1 point something billion short, and there are a number of things that are in the making that I'm reasonably confident by May 7, when we have our Sinai die, or the end of the legislative session, we'll find the money, or we'll find a way. I was in the legislature in the 90s. We found the money, we found the way, and we were quite frankly bouncing along the bottom of the economy like Japan was doing. But we were able to do it. We were able to do it because we thought creatively and innovatively. And point 4, above all else, keep in mind FDR's saying, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. And quite frankly, I think this is one of the biggest drivers that's going on right now. People are afraid of being afraid of what they see, what they hear. They see people going out of business. They hear, I think the news media and the TV media are competing. How much can we scare the hell out of those people tonight? Let's give them another, this is the worst since the Depression. This was the worst since 1933 when so-and-so lost such and such. Combating ourselves from that fear, Hawaii, is one of the biggest jobs that we have. Keeping ourselves sound, sticking to our knitting, going to work every day, doing our job faithfully, paying our taxes, of course, not paying any more than we should, but sticking with the idea that, hey, we've worked hard, we've elected our officials, we've trusted our government, let's carry on with a normal lifestyle. Not injecting fear into our spouses, not injecting fear into our children, not allowing fear to eat us away. Because when fear takes over, what happens? Your mind is loosened, your confidence is gone, and quite frankly, anybody and everything will tell you what to do. I'm not saying Big Brother is rising up its big head, but that's when government is able to do things which otherwise you would not want it to do. So remember what Franklin Delano Roosevelt said. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. And right now we got 95% of the people working in Hawaii. We've got 92% of the people working on the mainland. We've got a new administration. America's in love with their new president. We should give him a chance, let the dust settle on the election, and put it down to where, yes, I'll do my part. I'll volunteer to help out at school. I'll go through the economics of working hard and saving money, because America, we got to save more money. We haven't been doing that as we should have been doing it. But stay away from fear. Call your legislator. Give them your view on the economic stimulus package. Give them your view on what we're doing in the legislature and how we should balance the budget, or how we shouldn't balance the budget on some of the proposal about taxing benefits, taxing pensions, and taxing income. We should stay away from that. But my point is, believe in yourself, believe in your government, but keep us honest. Put our feet to the fire and make sure that we do the right things. This is Representative Gene Ward. I represent the area from Huaycai to Kalama Valley. This was a Word with Ward, a brief economic summary of where we are, where we're going, some of the problems, some of the prospects. Stay tuned. It ain't over yet. We're going to make it through. Aloha.